What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a video on a CPU that was given to me to test out. It is an Intel Xeon E3 1220 V3. I don't know what that means. I mean, it sounds like a lot, but really, what does it do? How good is it? What is it comparable to? Is it comparable to an i3? Is it comparable to an i5? Is it comparable to an i7? I'm going to tell you right now, no, it's not comparable to an i7. It's only 4 cores, 4 threads. So it could be comparable to a lower end i5, I'm guessing. But first we got to build it. I'm pairing it with a GTX 1050 Ti on a Gigabyte motherboard with a thermal take case that I've never seen before. So let's just jump into it. That's the case. It's a really big, long case, a lot shorter. Cool thing about it, little front plate is actually magnetic. You can just throw it back on there. Take it off if you want, throw it back on. Kind of cool. Has all these spots at the top for rads and extra fans. I don't think we're gonna need all that extra cooling, so I'm only pairing it with the Intel stock cooler. I'm gonna see if we can overclock it, but I really don't know. Got 16 gigs of RAM on there. I already put the CPU on just to make sure it worked before the video. 4 USB 3 on the back. It's got PS2, 2 USB 2, VGA, DVI, HDMI. It's not a bad little board, but we're pairing that with another, like last video, 600 watt, 80 plus white EVGA power supply, GTX 1050 Ti. Actually doesn't require any external power, which is kind of cool. But instead I'm using this power supply in it, because it's kind of a waste of a power supply then. Could just get a power supply that doesn't need the extra power connectors. I have 120 gig SSD, some LED strips, up here case fans. If it does game, I want it to look like a gaming computer. So let's just start building it. Alright, motherboard's in. Installed motherboard. Let's go ahead and I guess just plug in the front panel connectors real quick. Alright, front panel stuff's connected. Next, let's just do the power supply. Speaking of power supply, how do you get the power supply in? Let's see what this does. Is it just... Oh, look at that. That's interesting. Guess that makes it really easy to get the power supply in then. Alright. So I guess I just gotta hold this thing in here while I do it. I probably should face the fan downwards. There we go. Alright, let's just struggle to hold this in while I screw it in. Alright, power supply is in. So we're going to go ahead and I guess pull all these cables through up to here. I don't know. I'm winging it at this point. Alright. But I do know that that is installed, we can just put this back, hopefully. Pop these two thumb screws back on. Excuse my arm being in the way. Alright, let's plug in everything that's necessary up here. We'll do the 24 pin connector. Alright, now that's installed. I'm going to throw in my 500 gig testy boy, 500 gig SSD, just because it already has games installed and benchmarking software on it, so I don't have to worry about any of that downloading and wasting time. The cool thing about this one is it just slides in and pops in. You don't even need to use any extra screws besides the one screw that holds the SSD in place. I mean, you probably should put one or two of the screws in, but it's not important for here. I'm gonna need to do some cable management right now. Alright, now we can plug in the SATA cable to our SSD. Okay, alright, so this case definitely was not the best design for cable management here. I mean, really, only the one side panel is clear, so you're going to see the graphics card and then maybe a few other things, but you're not going to see a whole lot. It's going to make it weird though. Let's see. Make it weird for fans. Alright. Let's just throw some fans in there. If I can find my fan screws. Alright, I got some right here. Alright, the fan's installed. Let's just install the GPU now. Not bad looking. One of the fans isn't lighting up. I gotta figure that out. Alright, as you can see, she's built, running, set up. We're gonna jump over to this screen and do some benchmarks. Let's go. Alright, here we are with Heaven loaded. Let's run the benchmark and see what we get. And the results: average of 69.3 with a minimum of 27.7 and a max of 149. That sucks. I was hoping for better out of this 1050 Ti, but that's why I prefer the GTX 970s. They overclock better, get better performance out of them, and you can get them for like the same price. The only reason I went with this 1050 Ti is it was $65. I mean, for 60 FPS performance, even for on high settings, it's not a terrible price. Next, let's just jump into Fortnite. Alright, we're dropping down. See the FPS jumping around here. I haven't been paying attention to Fortnite news, so I have no idea what that was. It looked cool. Alright, we're getting pretty solid 60 FPS here. Not too bad. This is the kind of PC that you would sell for less than a console, so if you were building and selling PCs on something like this, you would definitely want to stay under $300 to build it, so you can make a little bit of profit. And even then, depending on how close you get, it might not even be a worthwhile build. Let's go find a fight. Let's go do something. Alright, playable experience. Not gonna lie. Very little stutter there. Not perfect, not great, but, you know, let's move on. Let's see. I doubt it's gonna play Warzone. Let's just try it.
Done warming up. Stand by for deployment to the war zone.
Alright, those were the benchmarks. Like I said, it's a playable experience. I wouldn't try to sell this for like $400. I wouldn't price it like a console. Although it will play esports titles. Like if you're a big fan, like I've said in other videos, if you're a big fan of like League of Legends and stuff like that, then of course it's gonna be great. CS:GO will play really well. Yeah, 16 gigs of RAM, a Xeon E3 1220 V3, 4 cores, 4 threads. Nothing crazy. I've shown a better Xeon on the channel for sure. But if like you want to build a PC for a kid and do it cheaply, I mean, with times right now, a lot of kids doing online learning. If you don't want to get them a laptop, if you want to get them just a desktop, something like this, it'd be great. They'll love it because it looks like a gaming PC, and it does game, but it's not gonna be like break your bank like that. That being said, let me know what you think. If you have any input on this specific processor or what you think about the GTX 970 versus the 1050 Ti. Yeah, but that's it for this video, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.